Your Honor, if you go to a Coke machine and you put $1 in and the Coke pops out, does the Coke belong to you or the machine? So, with that, when I heard that story, it made me think. You hear the perspective from the mother and why she should have custody of the child. You hear the perspective from the father and why he should receive full custody of the child. What you don't hear is the child's perspective and what they're going through and where they want to be. And for me, that is what the Toby Center is all about, trying to advocate for a child. It shouldn't be parents fighting, parents sitting there deciding, well, you did this, you did that, bad-mouthing in front of the kids. It shouldn't be anything like that. And the kids should have a choice with who they want to stay with. And with that, I'd like to share a little history with you and why I work with the Toby Center. My parents got divorced when I was very young. And a lot of children have very good first memories. One of my first memories that I can still remember after my injury, March 23rd, 1996. That was the last time I saw my father for 12 years. And in Thanksgiving 2008, I was informed that my father was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I seen him at that time, and that was the last time that I seen him. He's still in Washington State, but we have not reestablished our relationship through my mother's constant nagging about not having contact with my father and the bad-mouthing and the different things that happened when I was a child. I never reached out to him. And at the cusp of him about to lose his life, I regret that every day of my life, that I was not able to have this relationship with this man. And Marcus stepped in, and I do consider him as a father figure. Yeah, we've grown so close, but dealing with my own parental alienation from my father is why I believe in what the Toby Center does. Regardless of if you're fighting, if you're married, you're divorced, single, whatever it may be, when you have a child, that's 18 years of your life you're dedicated to the other person to try to get along. And if you cannot get along, that child, no telling how they're going to end up. And another initiative that I'm taking on is I am a veteran. I was diagnosed with PTSD when I came back from Iraq. I was married at the time. My husband also was diagnosed with PTSD. And he started pushing me away. I sought help, he didn't. He started pushing me away. And we didn't have any children at the time, thank goodness. But he started seeing people as objects, not people as to care about. And he ended up getting another woman pregnant, and we ended up getting divorced. And I think to this day, if he would have sought help for the issues that he was going through, we might still be married. And with that being said, I see a lot in the military, spouses coming back, getting divorced, being married 3 or 4 or 5 times because of the issues they deal with overseas. And there is really nothing to help these people cope with what they're going through, and let alone let their spouses know what they're going through. And that makes children suffer as well. And I've seen that firsthand. So with Mark backing me, we are starting an initiative to work with military, to work with Veteran Affairs, to try to get our program extended out to where we can get the message out there that PTSD is an issue that needs to be dealt with, not just for veterans returning, but as a whole for people who experience it and people who are parents. I want to thank you all. Up next, she is like a sister to me. We do everything for Mark except dress him. This is Paloma Duran, and she is the social media manager.
Hi.